and the decision by the coalition to call off Wednesday's demonstrations. We now cross over to Nyeri County and speak with my colleague Clement Masombo. Good morning to you, Clement. Last week, during the third wave of the protest, we saw some activities in Nyeri County. What are some of these reactions by residents right there?
Well, good morning to you, Purity. Indeed, last week, as we were witnessing demos in various parts of the country, in Nyeri and the larger central Kenya, we witnessed total calmness. Activities were going on as usual, and there were no much disruptions, except for that security officers had taken a precaution and mounted several roadblocks along the roads in this region, of course, just as a measure of precaution to ensure that they do not leave anything to chance. And even as the Azimio calls for suspension of those demos tomorrow, I want to get some of the reactions from the residents and leaders, of course, from this region. And I will start by you, Mheshimiwa Karevi. The Azimio have announced that they suspended the demos that they had initially called for tomorrow. Of course, stating that instead they will be holding a vigil for those who died during the demos. Perhaps as a leader, what do you say about this?
First is that I would want to thank the Azimio leadership for having it, looking at it that it's wise that they call off the demonstrations tomorrow. And the other thing is that I also join the rest of the Kenyans to mourn the number of young people, who perished during the Maandamano activities. And what I'm personally from where I sit is that it's very unfortunate that we are losing people. Properties are being destroyed when we're talking about the economic condition of all Kenyans. So the main issue about all these things is that we need people to sit down and look at things the way they should be looked at, and ensure that we are looking at the prosperity of a nation and not really the individual political games. Because at the end of the day, whoever is in power, what we want as Kenyans is that Kenyans need to be to have a peaceful country. We need to move forward, and it is the right time that those in the opposition understand that we have a legitimate government. They agree that William Ruto is in government, and you had President Uhuru yesterday saying that he acknowledges that President Ruto is the president of this republic, and therefore even the Azimio, the whole of the Azimio brigade should follow their chairman, and it would give these countries a break so that we are able to move forward. Because at the end of the day, if we continue on having the political games, if we continue to have these demonstrations, we are going to hurt the economy more. So if somebody is saying that we want to revamp the economy to lower the cost of living, and then you're becoming a danger to the economic condition in the country, then you're going to bring the cost of living more higher instead of bringing it down. So they really need to think about the whole game of aspiration. What are they aspiring to? If they want to aspire about bringing the cost of living down, then they must take care of the economic condition. So when they bring the Maandamano, it is bringing a very sharp negative downfall, because at the end of the day, what we are looking at is to ensure that every Kenya affords good food.